Alright y'all, what's going on? I'm back at it with another video for you guys, and as you can see, man, I have got a mess here, but today we are working on the Caprice, man. The Caprice, it's been something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and that is tucking the transmission cooler. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while and you saw where I mounted it before in some of my previous videos, let me get down here. It was actually mounted on these brackets for my intercooler, and see how they're sloped? I don't know if you guys can really tell, but they're sloped. So I had this cooler here mounted here, and then there was another bracket here that I actually made another one, but it looked just like this one. And so this used to sit at an angle like this, and so the bottom here was like real low, and it was just kind of temporary until I could figure out what I wanted to do with it and how I could tuck it up a little higher. Well, the other day I was at the UPS store, and I kind of dragged it just slightly coming out of the store, and I heard it, and I was like, I knew exactly what it was, and that was kind of the tipping point of me finally getting that thing tucked up and away. So what I did is I thought I was gonna have to remake this one and this one over here, but let me show you over here and show you what I did. All right, y'all, I've been on my back all day. I don't know if you guys could see that. Let me try to get a flashlight. Here is where it would be nice to have a lift. Man, all right, so I had to rebend this bracket, and you guys probably can't even tell how it's bent, but what I did is, because again, it looked just like this one right here before, where it was just mounted up there on the bottom of my core support, bent here to make a slant, and then mounted right here to my bottom of my intercooler, where it still is mounted on the bottom of my intercooler here, but if you guys can see, tucked up there, bent it kind of at like a 90, and then a 90 up there, and then it just goes flat all the way along, and then a 90 up here. And I know you guys probably can't see that up there, but anyways, it's kind of like a right angle here, flat, right angle here, coming down, and then boom. So I thought of that, and I just bent it just flat, good old elbow grease, a table vice grip, and a mallet hammer, and my hands and arms, and we got it done. A little bit of a challenge. I actually bent it too much here the first time. If you guys can see, there's a slight bend here that actually looks like I made it perfect, contoured for this. It actually worked out perfect, but I bent it here the first time and it was way too much. I had to then flatten it out and then rebend it again. So what I'm probably gonna do now that it's perfect is, obviously I got to cut this slack off right here, and then where it's touching the intercooler, I'm going to put like a little piece of probably rubber hose or something like that. That way it's not riding against the intercooler, and I don't mess up the intercooler, so I'll probably do that. Also, as well, I'm not totally done mounting this thing. It's only mounted in the front, but not in the back, because I don't have technically anywhere to mount it right now, and so I'm gonna have to think about what I'm gonna do, because there's my mounting holes here, and on the other side it's the same location. So I'm gonna have to figure out where I am going to maybe drill in, or I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's you know, fairly sturdy. I mean, it's really not gonna go anywhere. It's just gonna shake, but I would like to have a little bit more secure if I can. What I could do as well is I could make just a piece of steel or aluminum and then put it on this part here, on this piece, and then maybe drill a hole on the top of that bracket up there, and then it'll be a long piece, but I won't have to worry about drilling in my car anymore or figuring out what, or you know, making any kind of odd bends to make it more difficult for myself. So I might do that, and then the other side I'm gonna have to figure something out as well, but we'll see. I think that'll be a little bit better and a little bit more streamlined, and he wouldn't really be able to see it or tell. So I might do that, we'll see, but I'll figure it out. Let me get out from under this car. All right, y'all, just one more look while I'm still down here. I mean, you could tell it's tucked way, way better than it was before. I mean, literally, it hung probably about, man, I'd probably say a good 6 inches lower than that. So it's tucked up away. It's probably the same level as my cross member. I am happy about that. I am happy I was able to do that. And this is why I always leave just a little bit of slack in any type of wiring or hoses, just in case I have to move it one way or the other. 9 times out of 10, I usually don't have to relocate anything, or, you know, or not, well, I don't want to say 9 times out of 10, but, you know, maybe 70% of the time, I usually don't have to relocate things. But I usually try to leave a little bit extra slack versus cutting wires and hoses too short that way, just in case I have to move it or extend or something like that. And so in my case, it ended up working out perfect. So, but all right, now I'm gonna get up. So yeah, y'all, not the best video, but you know, I like to show you guys everything and what I'm doing. So I wanted to kind of show you guys where I relocated it. It was always a little bit low for my liking, but that was the tipping point, and I didn't want to clip something else and then tear the cooler off. That would have been not good, and I would not been happy. But anyways, y'all, I'll leave you with looking at the masterpiece that I built. Man, I love this thing. It is running great, and I am loving driving this thing every opportunity I get. I don't care. I'll take it to the store for a 5-minute road trip, or I'll take it on a 2 to 3, 4 hour road trip. I mean, shoot, I drove this thing to Reno, and that drive was probably a good 14 hours away, you know, 800-900 miles away one way, and then drove it all over Reno and then drove it back. This thing drove flawlessly, y'all. So I love driving this thing. I just drove it on another 2-hour trip the other day, and man, this thing, love it. It drives awesome. So anyways, y'all, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Y'all stick with me. We got this thing, man. I got more content coming, obviously. I'm out. Deuces.